Labor market continues to show signs of resilience. 275,000 jobs were added last month, beating expectations. But the unemployment rate also went up from 3.7% to 3.9%. Yet this marks the 25th consecutive month with unemployment below 4%. Wages, however, grew slower than economists expected. The average hourly earnings crept up by 0.1% from December. And while adding jobs is positive news, that news could be short-lived. According to a recent report by Goldman Sachs, artificial intelligence could threaten 300 million full-time jobs globally. The top job sectors where the most tasks could be performed by AI include office and administrative support, legal, architecture and engineering, social science, and business and financial operations. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, the industries least threatened by AI include cleaning and maintenance, installation and repair, construction, and extraction. Here now to talk more about how AI will impact our jobs in the future is Patrick Dix. He's a professor and researcher on artificial intelligence and automation. Patrick, thank you for joining us. For people working now in those fields at highest risk of being taken over by AI, what's your advice to those employees who see that and say, ooh, my job's listed in the at-risk category. What do I do?
Well, first of all, I want to thank you for having me again. And one of the first things I would do if I was an employee that was going to be affected by artificial intelligence, I would retrain ASAP. I would learn how artificial intelligence works, machine learning. I would take a class on Coursera and generative AI. One of the things people have to remember is artificial intelligence is man-made. It is going to only be as good as the information it is receiving. So if you're one of those people that will be affected by artificial intelligence, the more you learn about it and the more you know how it works, you stand a better chance of retraining and earning one of the jobs that AI will create.
Well, like it or not, exactly as you said, it's here to stay. Now, we've seen technology take over people's jobs. Places like the self-checkout registers is one big one that people experience often. But recently, a lot of companies have actually scaled back on automated services like self-checkout. Are there other jobs or industries that maybe have welcomed AI and really embraced AI at the start, but that you think are going to do an about-face and scale back on their use of technology?
Well, one of the only industries that would scale back is customer service. Customer service, many people love to talk to people and they want to have that human interaction. But with other industries, many other industries, are going to go full-fledged into it, because if you watch the news or if you research every day, generative AI and companies are researching and using research and design to find new ways to use this technology to have less employees and to make their profits go up.
Definitely going to be interesting to see how we can, function. And the automated calling tree is something that I wish would disappear for good. But do you think we will see more companies either tighten or loosen their policies in regards to using more AI or, having their employees have more regulations when they interact with AI?
Well, it's a 50-50. More companies are going to have regulations, because what people don't realize, when they use AI at their job, companies are encouraging it so that AI can use machine learning to replace them. On the other hand, companies are going to institute policies to where people can't use AI to do the job, because what you have happening now, you have a lot of people that are using AI to complete their minute task at work, and now they're having more free time. More companies are going to come up with regulations to prohibit the use of AI unless it is for research and design purposes only.
Yeah, definitely a lot of uses where people can kind of jump around those tasks to write things. Now, some of the least at-risk industries are ones that also don't necessarily require a college degree. With student loans being such a burden as well on people, do you think this could encourage more people to get into those less at-risk fields for a career or a job?
Yes, it will encourage people. Blue-collar sectors, the blue-collar sector, as I call it, and the blue-collar fields are jobs and occupations that I extensively tell people to pursue. Artificial intelligence is into some of those positions, but it is very hard to replace human hands to do many of those tasks. And why emphasize the human hands? When you're fixing an HVAC unit, when you're when you're wiring a building, the cleaning, it is hard to have a machine or a piece of software determined and to complete that process. So I highly encourage people to go to the local technical school, and the U.S. government needs to invest more money into the skilled trades, into the community colleges, because it is the backbone that built America, and many people can pursue these occupations with minimal debt.
No, absolutely. There are just some things that the machines can't replace, and thank goodness for that. Patrick Dix, professor and researcher on artificial intelligence and automation. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.